Hello and welcome to my workshop. My name is Greg Campbell and I am in my basement that I call home when I have my projects to do. Now, when I first moved here about 15 years ago, I didn't own a single tool. My parents got me a Craftsman circular saw and that was my very first tool. And 15 years later, I have so many tools that I cannot keep them organized and I'm constantly looking for them. So my ultimate goal is just to increase the size of my workshop and a bit more ease of access to everything. Because once you turn around, I have a center support beam, it looks like just a tree trunk that they just shoved in to support it. My house is built in like the 1900s, so most of the structure is supported by these throughout the house. So I'm going to have to expand around it. So what I would also ultimately like to do is make the area I'm standing in now is just for all my cuts, my planes, everything that's going to create a lot of sawdust. And out in the hallway that I'll show you in a little bit is where I'll create a finished workstation where I can just paint and putty and do all the necessary tiny things that doesn't create a lot of sawdust. Because as you can see above me, this is a cold air return. All it is just a piece of metal stapled to the joists, and it's not a closed system. So any sawdust that I create goes up into the house, which makes my wife very unhappy. So ultimately, before I even start my expansion, I have to tackle this project. We need a new furnace and a hot water heater anyway, so that will help motivate me to do that. So here's my workshop. I'm a little embarrassed to show you, but well, here we go. So this is my table saw and my adapted workbench. And this is a column wrap that I'm using for our stairs that I'm renovating right now. This is my new planer that I just got. As you can see, my workshop is a hot mess. There's my drill press and my Wen air purifier to help keep the dust down. And as of right now, I'm just using a dust deputy or dust something, whatever it is from Home Depot. Hooked up my shop vac to at least keep some of the dust down. Here's my extensive wood rack of all my random scraps that I just need to go through and figure out a use for. This right here will eventually be a cleat wall. I just gotta put some plywood up and attach some cleats. I already have my Craig's jig up there temporarily hooked up on there that I built to make it a little bit more user-friendly. But this whole wall, I'm hoping I'm going to knock down. I already started to do a little bit down there to make a doorway. Knock down and push about 5-6 feet that way. But as you can see, I have ductwork galore coming into every access to my work area. So that will have to be fixed and rerouted. Out here is my work area / gardening area. This is my old chop saw that I just couldn't feel to get rid of. This is the current door that I'm retrofitting to fit into our bathroom. Had to add new panels because they were all cracked and beat up. Had to make it a little longer with an extension. And what's going to ultimately happen is that hot water heater will go. You can't see down there, but everything will be pushed back. I'll create a utility room over there for our new furnace and our continuous hot water heater that we're hoping to buy, and hopefully the new air conditioner. So I'm not expecting anyone to be following me on my journey here. This is mostly for me and hopefully getting a little motivation that when I look back and in 20 years when I'm old and I can't remember what I did or what I said, it'll be good thing to recall. Thanks for joining me. Talk to you soon.